Tehani, welcome to Ways of Wisdom, another episode. Tehani is a Dominion witch from Melbourne, and she's written this beautiful book, Dark Arts and Crafts. And today I just want to ask you a few questions on witchcraft in general and your book and anything other spiritual, basically. First of all, just how did you get the name Dominion Witch in the public? And
Well, I liked the name Dominion.
Yeah.
And it's actually my favourite tarot card in the top deck.
Okay.
So a lot of people think it has Gothic culture references. There's a song called Dominion by Sisters of Mercy, but I didn't actually get it from
that. Yeah.
I'm okay to take it, it's fine. But yeah, it's definitely from the tarot deck. Favourite card.
Okay.
And I just grew it a little bit.
Yeah. So you actually do tarot as well and Reiki?
Yeah.
I
do.
And witchcraft spells and everything.
All of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I do use the Toth Tarot.
Yeah.
It was my first tarot
deck
I got.
Okay.
I came across it. I guess it kind of called me. And I was overseas at the time.
Yeah.
So I was in New York, and I was just kind of like walking along kind of thing, and then I saw like this witch store, and I just did a beeline straight in, and I just went up to the counter and just said, I want a tarot card deck, and I don't want unicorns or mermaids or anything like that. I just went straight up, and he just went, that one.
Yeah.
And he just pointed to it. I went, I'll take it. I didn't really check it, and then I realised it was, it's Aleister Crowley.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's kind of like my vibe. So it
Yeah.
just kind of sussed me out straight away. So, and I've had that deck and use that deck even to this day.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It is a bit of a learning curve, but considering from the Rider-Waite one.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I learnt on the Toth deck, not the Rider-Waite.
Yeah.
So by the time I got to Rider-Waite, it became quite easy for me. So it has a different energy. Right? And often these days I use them together.
Yeah.
So I start with the Toth deck, and then I might move, do some pull-out cards with the Rider-Waite.
Yeah. What would you say is the most different between the two?
I would say the Toth deck is very heady, very intellectual, very deep, very to the point.
Yeah.
So it's really good for quick answers. Whereas the Rider-Waite to me is more, it's a softer approach.
Okay.
Even though the colours are quite bright, I find that it's more relationship orientated. And maybe that's because there's a lot of figures in it.
Yeah.
And I would use that, straight away for a relationship thing, or someone who's younger.
Yeah.
Maybe a teenager or something like that. Yeah, just because of the language that it gets you to speak is in a different way. Whereas Toth is like, you do this, you do that, and when this, it's like really intricate.
Yeah.
Whereas Rider-Waite is more about feelings.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's kind of how I would see it.
Yeah, because like Rider-Waite, I do feel like with tarot reading, you do get a lot of relationships. It's probably 90% of it, and career maybe another 10%, and everything else pretty much, the fourth one, So that's interesting. With your, how did you come about? What inspired you to write the book? Yeah.
Well, I co-wrote this with Peter Coleman.
Yep.
Who's already an established author, and we're friends.
Yeah.
And we used to joke between ourselves about like the dark arts and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
We just make jokes about things, and he one day just goes, "We should just write a book called Dark Arts and Crafts." Because he always saw me making something. And like whether it be, a doll or, a bag or something. I was always up to something.
Yeah.
And I guess he saw the vision of me, I had quite a repertoire of stuff. And whereas I just think that's just what I do.
Yeah.
But he goes, we need to sort of put it into this book. And he's a funny guy too. So, our jokes are sort of in there as well, because we, the occult can be quite daunting for some people, but
Yeah.
if you look at it a certain way, it almost sounds ridiculous, some of the stories.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
and and to make things light of things helps retain information. You don't have to always be so serious about
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and even though we both kind of live it and we know it and we
yeah.
believe in it, we still make fun
Fun of it sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So he does a similar thing. He's like a witch, warlock, or you
We
call
actually
it?
worked together at some stage, and he's a tarot reader.
Okay.
But he's always been interested in the occult. So
Yeah.
he used to come to my store, and that's how we actually met.
Okay.
And then we just became friends after
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And we pretty much speak to each other every day.
Yeah.
So
Oh, nice.
So it's a friendship.
Yeah.
But it's also this kind
Yeah.
of this magic. Like if I say something to him, he knows exactly what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah.
So
Oh, good.
yeah. No,
And what would you say, like, would it differ from other books? Like, what
Yeah,
is it more basic or is it easier?
I
How?
think it's easy to understand. It's
Yeah.
a language that is not too snobby.
Yeah,
It has a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
So it's a visually nice
Yeah, yeah.
presentation.
Yeah.
So it has a lot of the old stuff that you've seen, like the old
Yeah.
artworks and everything. I did end up styling some of the pictures.
Yeah, yeah.
Of the examples of the spells.
Yeah.
So every spell I've done before. So I know, and I've modified it.
Yeah.
And then you're able to just do whatever you
Yeah,
want with it
yeah.
after. So you
right.
can tweak it a little bit to
Yeah.
your thing. But
Yeah.
to have something quite easy, something nice to look at.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because there's so many beginner books out there, but not all of them look nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm a visual person, so
Yeah.
I need it to look really.
Yeah.
So when we got the artwork done for it on
Yeah.
the outside, I couldn't fault this.
Yeah.
It was just fine.
It was
I couldn't do.
Yeah.
I didn't have any feedback. Except,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Great, let's do it.
Yeah.
So they did a really good job presenting.
Yeah.
The way.
Would you say it's more on how you would do the things, or is it more mixed all in one sort of?
Yeah, no, it's definitely how I would do it.
Yeah.
And it has my aesthetics. So
Yeah.
they've obviously done a little bit of research.
Yeah, that's right.
These.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is good. And even the colours itself.
Yeah.
And the pitch was, it's like, Martha Stewart and Wednesday Addams coming together.
Yeah.
Was their kind of like description of it. I was like, yeah, that sort of sounds like me.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Oh,
I see
good.
where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what would be the most spell you use, or what's your favorite? Like always,
Well, I guess at the moment, a money spell would be definitely my thing.
Yeah.
Just because, cost of living.
Yeah, exactly.
Times are
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
And it's practical.
Yeah.
And I find that I do get a result out of it
Yeah.
quite quickly. I have lots of little things that I do, and I do teach, money magic as well.
Yeah.
But I might combine that with a crown of success. So anything I'm kind of going for, I, might incorporate that with the crown of success to get a good outcome.
Yeah.
So I'm all about, at the moment, empowerment and building up, not just my status, but my situation.
Yeah.
Just because I want to be prosperous and I want to do the work that I want to do.
Yeah, exactly. Like at the end of the day, myself, I own a crystal shop. I just want to keep that going because the best thing is to have a job that you love, and not many people can say they do that.
Yeah.
And I think that insanity in people's lives, it's one of the most important things, And sometimes you go through your whole life just doing jobs for money, just to live and survive.
Yeah.
And you don't enjoy it,
Exactly.
I know every job I've done up till now, until I'm 45 years old, I've never really had any passion for it. I just done it for the money and done it to survive. But so if you can do that, I do that with crystals, but I'm glad that you can do that with magic and herbs and candles as well.
I don't know what it is, but once upon a time, the word witch was not, one that you wanted to sort of throw around town. But these days, people are a lot more interested in that.
Yeah.
They've got
Yeah.
stories, they've got,
Yeah.
it's a lot more accepted and
Yeah.
everything. So I guess, I've been in kind of like the business of witchcraft and healing and the
Yeah.
occult and all that sort of. So I've seen quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I know how to kind of navigate it a little bit.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
where not to go and where I can go,
Go,
and
yeah.
what's more beneficial. So it's definitely a trial and error situation. But I love what I do.
Yeah.
I always have.
Yeah.
So it's just different forums of how I do it.
How'd you like first get into it?
I guess more so it's cultural. So I wasn't born as a witch necessarily, I don't think. I was exposed to it though.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of stuff going on around me in good things like healing and the stories and superstition, which I'm sure lots of people are, always have in their cultural background. So part of my background is Polynesian, so there's a lot of that kind of superstition that goes on with that, and it was just always around. And then on my other side is more sort of like British European type style, and it's a different type of stuff, but it's the same in sense. So having all of that, and then I just went into like mundane world and just knowing all these things, and I was always interested in star signs and all that sort of thing. But it came to a point where I got more heavily
into it. Yeah.
And I think it came out of doing a lot of shadow work and Reiki, and eventually learning Reiki. But I was getting Reiki prior to that, and just kind of working out, because it becomes sort of like a lifestyle.
Yeah. So you started the tarot and all that before this witchcraft stuff, or would you say?
I think
like probably you started when you're getting serious. Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it didn't come. It was just little things I like to do. I wasn't really calling myself a witch. Eventually, I joined a coven.
Yeah.
And then it got a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of went on my own. I did some traveling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but I was always in my head. It's like, right, what's next? Like, what does this mean? What book am I reading here? I was just full into it. I'm still like that.
Yeah.
Because it's so vast.
It's massive. Yeah. The spiritual world is massive. I get customers coming in every day talking to me about something out of this world or new, and you sit there in front of the counter talking for an hour, about things. And it's so interesting. It's a good topic. As long as you keep it sane and don't go off, bagging anyone or sort of thing. But I guess for myself it's the same too. Like my partner taught me tarot, and then I got into crystals later. Like that sort of, you got into the witchcraft really serious. You always probably had that, but I do think everyone's path sometimes reaches that enlightenment that I never thought I'd be into any of this stuff,
exactly.
like, I've been always interested in it, but I never thought I'd been in it,
is there a job for somebody who's interested in crystals? That sort of thing, or, I like witchcraft, but is there a job?
Yeah,
comes with that.
exactly.
And it's like, well, you kind of create your own thing. That's the whole thing of witchcraft, is that you create your own world.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a different time now.
Yeah.
So you've got a lot more choices. And people a lot more open-minded to things.
Yep.
Not everyone, but most people.
Yeah.
So you've got a little bit more freedom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I want to say something too. We can stop that. We can take this out of the video later, but I just wanted to tell you something that has been bugging me lately. As your grandma passed. Yes. Yeah. Because it just seems strange, right? I've been getting dreams about her. Okay. Right. And it's just, how do I say it? Like, it's hard for me to tell you because it's like tarot to tarot guy person, but it's just weird. She was coming into my head the other day, and she keeps telling me to go to the angel wings. And you've got to take a photo with the angel wings. Right. I don't know what that means. Okay. But she's like, she's like a younger version, and she keeps going, oh, okay, Tehani, go take a photo of the wings. She's like this really chirpy person, but she's not like she was like when she's probably passed. She was probably older.
Yeah.
She looks like in 55ish.
Yeah.
So she looks younger, and I'm thinking, oh, is this Tehani's mum or no?
Yeah.
Your mum is still alive.
My mum's mother.
Your mum.
My mum's not.
Oh, she's not as well.
No.
Okay.
So you've got a selection there.
I'm thinking it's your grandma.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Did grandma have something to do with this, teaching you this stuff?
Aware of it. Yeah. She
was like
she was
I don't
more
know.
superstitious.
Yeah.
Thing.
Okay.
And yeah, she was very, very aware of it.
All right.
Both of them are aware of it in their own kind of way.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to know.
Oh,
which one.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought probably I don't really get the full image, but I get this like shorter lady, and she's really, really, really happy person. Like she's really chirpy. She like jokes, but she was like talking to me in like the third person, like if I'm not there.
All right.
Yeah, she's like, you should work here. I love this shop. It looks beautiful. And this, that, like, and she was sort of telling me that like, I didn't feel it today, but the last time you came there, and it's, I don't like to bring it on to people and to tell them, but, she was kind of saying like, you really need to go deeper into helping people. Like she's telling me like, I think sometimes you're a little bit maybe blunt in this sometimes, but you say, yes, she's saying that, she's going to me, be more, not like, she's not saying like a lie, but she's saying, be more advising, caring for them. Like sometimes, like people, they come across, and when you read cards, I'm like you. Yeah. Marissa's like what she's telling us to be like, right? She was telling me that, and just got this weird dream last night.
Yeah, right.
Probably more got to do with this shop. She was telling me that these, like, I always get feeling that like archangels are in this shop, and she was telling me that like they were coming through that where the angel wings were coming through, and I don't know if it's true or not, and she was telling me that whoever comes into the shop, the specific archangel was coming to help this person. Okay. So whether it be Michael or Gabriel or all that, and it was just weird. It was just your grandma is just telling me this, and I'm like, why are you telling me? And what do you want? What do you want me to tell Tehani? So I don't know. After I think just some reason why you could go near those wings and take a photo. Okay. I don't know why. All right. Anyway, I just thought I'd tell you that.
That's good.
Like I don't really get things without the cards, messages without the cards.
Yeah.
I get them here and there,
yes.
But I don't see, but I feel like a lot of times I get presents in the room that someone's over there or something like that, but I cannot see. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. You will.
But it just will. And I thought like that's why without the cards I feel sometimes it's hard to tell are you right or wrong or what's going on. Yeah. But sometimes I just feel like it's good to tell you. I just
I think I might know.
Yeah. Do you think it's your grandma or your mum?
Well, it could be a combination.
Yeah.
Maybe. But I do feel as though it's probably a grandmother.
Yeah, grandmother.
But the personality suits my paternal grandmother, who is much more let's go kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
okay.
She's much more a go-getter.
Yeah, I think this one's more, does she lead you to the spelly work, or she taught you some basics or something?
I think it's probably her.
Yeah.
There's a lot of what I, probably more practical things were with her. So it's a lot of, fairy kind of work. Not the cute fairy, like the real fairy.
So that's what I'm getting. Like that's, I don't know, white angel rings. Like I know I have them in a shop on the wall for.
And she liked a little bit of theatre.
Okay. So, all right. But but there might be some reason, I don't know what it is, but you need to I'll take a photo for you after. Yeah. Sorry to, just thought I'd tell you, yeah.
No, it's all good.
Also, like, other things in this book I wanted to ask as well is, like I do with the crystals more with the herbs. Herbs really interest me now. Now I've got them in the shop, thanks to you. But yeah, just why are herbs so important? I know they got to do with Mother Earth and same as crystals, but why are herbs so important?
I guess it's plant energy, and because we work a lot with earth, as you said, a lot of nature. I mean, it's nature's supermarket, really.
Yeah.
And we're animists, so we think that everything has a spirit to it or an energy to it. So a herb, in whatever form or plant, has that particular energy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can think of really basic things like rosemary that most people got in their garden. That's a protection herb. You can use it, not only in cooking, you're using it, within your spells.
Yeah.
There is such a thing as kitchen witches. So, all these herbs and ingredients, whilst not all of them are edible, a lot of them are.
Yeah.
So, and you do find them in your cooking. And I'm very much of the sort of ilk where you just use what you've got around you.
Yeah.
And so if that plant is in your backyard, you get a bit of that. I've got a cedar tree, so I'll use that cedar. Obviously not going to eat it, but I might create an incense out of it. You smudge with it, or it can be infused into something. So or mugwort is classic witch's herb. I grow that as well, so you can do a lot of things with all of that. You can make your own flying oils. You can do any kind of divination stuff with it, cleansing, all that sort of stuff, and it has a very strong aroma. So it's really kind of important to have all these herbs kind of around you. It's not necessarily always about crystal, because obviously by the time you get a crystal, it's got to be polished up, taken from somewhere else, whereas this is like in your backyard, or it's like, and if not, you come to a store like this and come and buy it. If you need a certain ingredient, so it's like cooking.
That's right.
So.
Also, too, I know about cauldrons and all the tools. Just couple interesting tools, or two interesting tools that I wanted to ask you more on about is number one, wands. And broomsticks.
Yes.
Right. I know the only other thing, because I'm from Italian background, the only superstitious thing, I don't know if it means anything, but a lot of people say put the broom at the front house for protection. I don't know. Is there anything else on those
brooms?
two?
Okay, we'll start with brooms. So brooms are meant to represent the feminine. So you can use your imagination there. But for practical aspects, it's for sweeping out the energy. So you can have like a witch's broom for magical purposes, and then you've got your household broom. So I like to separate them. You can't really do and often they look different. But in old days they used to hide their spells in the broom. So if you had like a bag like of something, in order for someone not to go, oh, that person's a weird. Well, you just hide it in the broom. And they all looked in the weird. Well, you just hide it in the broom. And they all looked like those.
The strawy ones.
And then there's, lots of things about the, riding the broomstick on certain and stuff like that. So there's a lot of folklore that goes with it. But generally, I would use that broomstick for protection, like as you said, like at the door. If a broomstick falls and someone's coming, but otherwise clearing space. So if you're going to do a circle, you would go around the circle and kind of sweep it kind of out. Sometimes you might lay some salt in the circle and you sweep that out. Always from like back to the front, that sort of thing. So it is a really versatile. You can get smaller ones too, which are or make. It's actually good to just make your own.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
But a besom as well is smaller, and you can, you know, use it on tables. And,
Okay,
and
so like a cleansing sort of,
it's like a
yeah.
smaller one.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's I mean, that's the basic kind of thing.
And the wands too is the best to make your own as well.
Always.
Yeah.
Like, always your tools you should make.
Yeah.
You know, obviously you can't make all of them.
Yeah, like a cauldron or something. Yeah.
You can't make.
Yeah.
But you know, like a kitchen witch would just use their pot.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. And then the wand would be a spoon, maybe.
Yeah.
You can direct like that if you're a kitchen witch. But a wand is something that, you know, you either make or you get someone else to do.
Yeah.
And whatever it's been made of, whether it has a crystal adorned to it, or a talisman, or the colours, it all means something to you.
Yeah.
You know, sacred tools should only be used with yourself.
Like, exactly. It's like your tarot cards. You don't let anyone touch them. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Basically, they're yours.
Yeah.
And I find you end up collecting more than one.
Yeah, I know. I got a million tarot cards, a million oracles, a million crystals, but sometimes, you know, they look pretty as well. Like you're always going to use your favorite over and over and over and over, but you know, it's always good to have other ones.
Like I've got various types of wands.
I can imagine.
Maze for certain things, which is the knife.
Yeah. Like what? Is this, the knife and the wand? Do you use a similar or?
You can use them similar. The knife is for directing, and in some rituals, it denotes the masculine part.
Yeah.
You can cast circle with either of them. But the knife is sort of definitely more masculine.
Okay.
Than anything.
Okay.
But looks good too.
Yeah.
So it's not meant for cutting.
No, because it's like a blunt sort of one, you know, looking one. I have heard of, like in Italy, they do like a olive tree. Yeah. Olive tree branch.
Yes.
Like what would be the best one? Like what would you?
It sort of depends on what your wood kind of preference is. So there's things like birch is one, ashwood. They've all got various properties to them. So if you can get one of those, you know, that's great. Some of those kinds of trees, I guess. Yeah,
like I've seen like the American sort of style. They use the willow and the oak trees.
And you know, the tradition is to grab one that's fallen, fallen branch,
a falling branch.
Cutting it off. So you got to wait for the right one.
In Australia, I don't know. You probably get the olive one. I guess. But probably gum tree would be the other one. Heaps of them.
I'm not strict about it. If that's the one,
I guess it's
gifted to you,
that's
and
right.
you can work with it.
Why
not?
There'll
be a reason for it.
Yeah. Did I do more on? Would you put a crystal on it, or would you do it just with the branch itself?
I have seen plain ones.
Yeah.
And if plain is your vibe, that's totally
like your Harry Potter, isn't that plain one? Yeah, it's a plain.
It's got the little sigils and stuff.
Yeah.
And a wand is with a crystal on a wand. It just depends on what kind of crystal you're wanting to, because obviously then you've locked a certain intention into it.
Yeah.
Crystal. So if you've got an obsidian one on it, then it's like, that's a protection thing. This is my protection wand kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas if you want to get more sort of psychic realm type thing, perhaps an amethyst is a good one.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful about what kind of crystal, the shape of it.
Yeah, exactly.
That fits. That everything is just right.
Yeah.
And it's weird because it does actually work.
Yeah.
You do find the right crystal for that wand.
Yeah.
And making it doesn't even have to be perfect.
Yeah.
It's because it's yours.
Yeah. I think I want to make a Lemurian one eventually. So we'll see when I get a chance. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, because I just feel like, especially in I love a Lemurian stuff, and I think especially coming from Australia, it was part of Lemuria. I think would finding a tree here from that. Whereas all the other ones, I don't know, sort of things. But or maybe like clear quartz and amethyst is found here, so it's that'll be interesting. I wouldn't mind trying that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Just probably one final question. Like, what are you going to do anything new? You're looking into other areas of spirituality. What's your future holding for you?
Wow. I
Yeah.
guess my thing is probably a bit more one-on-one
Yeah.
with people.
Yeah.
And really kind of expanding sort of like the teaching that I'm doing
Yeah.
as such.
Yeah.
I do a lot of different
things.
but what I'm finding right now is that the contact with people
Yeah.
is quite important.
Yeah.
People are just, they're just dying to know and they just want to learn stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously the social media aspect
Yeah.
isn't really kind of cutting it.
Nah.
But they really enjoy meeting community
Yeah.
as well and want to have some fun and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff. So I try to make things interesting, go to different places.
Yeah.
Never quite know where I'm going to be. I don't want to be tied down
Anything more? Yeah.
I really like sort
Yeah.
of getting out there and meeting people and just having conversations and
Yeah.
traveling a little bit. And
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been all about that in the last 6 months. I must say.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. It's good. I'm glad like you're doing what you love. You know what I mean? Like, I do feel like you keep going with the tarot, especially. But you've done a workshop for us today, and they all loved it. It's the hardest part of this, I guess, industry is getting the people there first, and that's it. But
Giving them a reason to come out.
and then they'll always love it and they'll come back. So I just want to say thank you for coming on the show today and doing the workshop in my shop today, and I just wish you all the best, and thank you for putting out the book, and anyone who will love to read this book, I advise you to get it. It's great for beginners, great for herbs and all your spiritual magic inside. So, get the book. Thank you, Tehani. Thanks.
Thank you.